Hello students, today we are going to learn about job application. I will teach you how to write an application. We have a question. The question is Sunay Patel from 60 Ellora Park, Baroda wants to apply for the post of an accountant to the manager Rivera Chemicals, GIDC Baroda. Draft an application on his behalf with resume. This can be asked of 6 marks or 5 marks. It depends on the paper style. So there may be some changes in this year in your paper style. So let's suppose your application will be of 6 marks. Let's see the answer to this question. How to begin an application? You see the right hand side of the page. On the right side of the page, I have mentioned the sender's name and his address. So this is the first point you need to keep in mind. You have to mention the sender's address as well as his name. And the second point is the date. You have to mention date. The way you mention the date is very important. Don't mention the date like this in a letter, because it may create confusion, because Americans prefer to write June 25 2020 like this, and if they write in this way it will be like this. So have the habit of writing the date in this way, or you can write in this way also, 25 June 2020. American style is also acceptable, June 25 2020. So one of them is useful, and this was the second one. And the third one is the recipient's designation. Don't mention the name of the recipient, but the designation. This is the designation of the person. Manager is his designation, and this is the address where he works or she works, I don't know. So if you don't know whether the manager is male person or a female person, you can mention the salutation like this: dear sir oblique madam. Okay, first of all let me talk about fourth one, subject. Subject line is an application for the post of an accountant. Then the fifth number, salutation, dear sir or madam, respected sir or madam, or only sir or madam will do. Then the sixth point that you need to keep in mind is the paragraph for the beginning. This is the paragraph for the beginning, or you can say the introductory paragraph. Actually there are many ways to write this paragraph. People write in their own way, and you can also choose your own way to write. And what are you supposed to write in it? This paragraph gives the recipient the information about from where did you get the information of the post or vacancy. So you need to mention, did you get the information about the vacancy from a newspaper or a magazine, or from a TV ad? So wherever you get the news from, you have to mention. Here I have mentioned the newspaper, and it is very common to get any ad and information from a newspaper, so you prefer to mention newspaper. What is the paragraph? With reference to your advertisement in the Times of India dated 24th June 2020, comma, I wish to apply for the said post. Said post means the post which is mentioned, that is an accountant, full stop. I have enclosed my resume for your consideration. This paragraph will do in almost all the applications. You will have to change only the date here, otherwise all the words in this paragraph, all the lines will be same in almost all the applications. Then comes resume. You will mention resume like this. I'll also send you the photo of these pages so that you can copy accurately in your notebook and practice it out. The first point in resume is personal details. In personal details, you will mention full name. Here you see I had mentioned K, the initial of his father's name, but here I have written his father's full name. Actually, this full name is an imaginary name. If somebody's name is Sunay Kanubai Patel, so it will only be a coincidence, nothing else. Address is also copied here. Then date of birth. See, before you write or mention the date of birth, you have to do a calculation. For an accountant, what are you supposed to have the qualification? After SSC, you will complete HSC with with commerce. Then you will do BCom, and only this qualification is enough to be an accountant. If you want to mention MCom, you can. So let us not mention MCom, or shall we? Okay, let's take it MCom also. So you are liable to become an accountant in any firm or company. You have to, what are you supposed to do? First of all, you just imagine you are in 12th standard, and what is the common age? 17. The common age is 16 or 17. Let's take 17. So at the age of 17 you will pass HSC, and BCom takes 3 years. So 17 plus 3 is 20. Okay, then MCom takes 2 years. So 20 plus 2, it becomes 22. Okay, so at the age of 22 you are liable to become an accountant. But we are also supposed to calculate the experience of the candidate. So let's mention 4 years. Imagine that he must have got 4 years of experience as an accountant in a firm. So 22 plus 4 becomes 26. So this person's age is 26. Like this we'll have to calculate. So in 2020, means in the present year, this person is 26. So if you minus 26, you will get what? You will get 1994. So in this way I have calculated, and that's why you are supposed to calculate it before you mention the date of birth. Otherwise it will lead you to wrong direction. Don't be in hurry, just calculate it. So you will get this year, the birth year of the candidate, and this is imaginary. Actually this is also an imaginary year, birth year, and I have also imagined this date also. Okay, personality is dynamic. Hobbies are reading, traveling. You can mention 2 or 3 hobbies, that's okay. Language is known: Gujarati, Hindi, English. And nationality, that is Indian. Well, in personal details you are supposed to mention so many things, not only this, but as we are given limited time in the exam, so we'll mention a few points. Otherwise there are so many points like eyesight. People also mention eyesight. They mention their caste, height, blood group, phone number, email ID, many things are mentioned in this first point, personal details, but we are not supposed to write all the points because we will have limited time. And what is next after personal details? You are supposed to mention, this is very important, no? Educational qualifications is very important to mention. What last time, I mean a few minutes ago, we just calculated that the candidate has passed HSC, then BCom, then MCom. Okay, so this is actually we are using here. Okay, so educational qualification, you will just mention for serial number 1 2 3 4, whatever, exam or degree, then board or university, year of passing, percentage or grade. I have not drawn lines here. You can also draw lines like this. If you don't have any ruler, you can draw like this. You can make it designful, otherwise it is okay without lines. So I know that he must have passed his HSC at the age of 17. So if I add 17 into 1994, I will get 2011, means he passed his HSC in 2011. Then BCom takes 3 years, so 2014, and MCom takes 2 years, so 2016. In the year 2016, he was liable to become an accountant, and that's why he has an experience as an accountant in a firm. Accountant, you also mentioned the experience like this, accountant since 2016. Where is he working right now? A to Z Electronics Private Limited. It may be a company, supermarket. This is the address, Shapat Road, Baroda. This address is totally imaginary. Okay, the next point is references. Reference means what? Here in any job application, you are supposed to mention references. That means you are supposed to mention two persons' names and their designations, as well as the address where they are working. These persons are very well known to you, and actually they can give a good insight about you. These persons are those persons on whom you can trust. Okay, so they may be your teachers, your professors, your employer, your boss, your colleagues, and that's why where I mentioned the address of the company where he is working. Okay, here also I have copied the same, because you're supposed to mention the names of those people who are working with you or who have worked with you. So obviously you have only worked at one place, so I have mentioned the addresses here, and the addresses are same. I've just copied. Only what is the difference? The difference is the name and designation of the persons. The first name is Mr. K.R. Srivastav, and his designation is General Manager, and the address is same. Here also the person is different, Mrs. Komal S. Rao, Sales Manager, and the address is the same. So you mentioned the reference. The next point is reason for change. Reason for change means why are you changing your job? Why do you want to opt for the job, for the post? So you will write for better prospects. For prospects means here for better future, for better experience, for better for better experience, for better work. Okay, so this is your prospects. And the next is expected salary. You will write as per government rule. In any application you will mention the same. The next is this is a paragraph which is so small, it takes 2 or 3 lines, and here also this paragraph will do in almost all the applications. So you refer to it, you just mug it up, or if you understand it well, you will never forget it. Once again, I would like to remind you that this paragraph also is written in different ways by different people. and I have chosen this line, which is the most common line used by many people. And what is it? I assure you that if I am selected for the post, I will serve to the best of my ability. Yours faithfully. See, there is a comma after faithfully, don't forget, and the full name or the name of the sender. Then you will mention enclosures. Enclosures means what have you attached with this job application.